So the practice today is going to be around reducing anxiety. So the Kriya itself is called Calmness and Anti-Anxiety Series. And then we will do a meditation at the end that's about summoning courage. So we'll talk more about those once we get into our practice here. So just in case there's someone new that is joining us now or will be joining us via recording or on our Patreon account, I'll tell you just a little bit about what Kundalini Yoga is. Kundalini Yoga is this really unique, special kind of yoga that incorporates all the different limbs or aspects of what makes yoga into one practice. So a lot of times in a different kind of yogic practice, you might just do sort of some stretching and some breathing. In this particular practice, we do the stretching and the breathing. We also do meditation, withdrawal of senses, focus, all of these different things that create a really powerful experience. And it's a kind of yogic practice that will help your body as well as your mind. So go ahead and find a nice tall seat, and that might mean lifting up a little bit through your spine by maybe sitting on a cushion. And then rub your hands together and place your hands at the center of your heart. Take a moment to just close your eyes and notice the way that you feel. Notice the heat in your hands, the pressure as your hands press into one another. Notice the rate of your breathing, whether your breathing is shallow or deep. Notice any movement in your eyes and just invite your eyes to find stillness. Begin to slow your breathing down just a little bit, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Noticing for a moment any emotions or thoughts that are hanging out and just saying hello to them, acknowledging that they're there. And now begin to activate this central channel, your Shushmana, by engaging your root lock, so pulling up a bit on the pelvic floor, anus, sex organs. And then engaging your belly. Keep your root lock engaged. Engage your heart by pulling back just a little bit on your shoulder blades. Engage the front of the throat just a bit, constricting it just a tiny bit. Roll your eyes up and in to engage that third eye. And then pulling up through the crown of the head. Now begin to lengthen your breath as you keep all of these just slightly engaged. Imagine pulling the breath from several feet below you, all the way up through that central channel, and then pulling the breath down from several feet above your head down. Imagining pulling up from the earth and exhaling, pulling down from the heavens. A couple more breaths like this. We'll begin to tune in just a moment, tuning into the chant Ong Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. What it is it's bowing to your inner wisdom. So it's acknowledging that no matter what you've got going on in any given moment or any given phase of your life, there is a part of you that is wise, that is calm, that is knowing, and that is truth itself. And inviting that part of you to step forward in this moment. Maintaining the same posture, maintaining your eyes rolled up and in. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Let's do one more. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Mangala Charna if you know it. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Inhale and suspend your breath. Exhale, release the breath, release your hands. Observe the way that you feel in this moment. And just notice that stepping forward of the wise you. Or just imagine that you notice it. What does this you feel like? Then you can let your eyes open. So the first part of this this series that we're going to do, this calming anti-anxiety series, is a breath pattern. Your lips will be puckered and you'll whistle on the inhale. And if you can't whistle, that's okay. You can just make sort of a breathy sound, whatever happens for you is fine. And then you'll exhale out of your nose. So you're inhaling, exhaling through your nose. Hands are in Gyan Mudra, first finger and thumb touch, circulating the energy to access this wisdom. Hands are extended out onto the elbows, and your eyes will move up and in to this third eye point. Go ahead and begin. Focus on your eyes, focus on the sound of that whistle or your breath. Long, deep breathing. Sit up straight and tall. As you continue with this breath pattern, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing with this pattern and overall with this Kriya. So with this Kriya, we're doing a lot to activate your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is a cranial nerve. It's the longest nerve in your body, and it goes all the way from your colon up through your brain. And the term vagus in Latin means wandering. It's named this because it's a nerve that's so influential in so many of your different organs. So we're just inhaling whistle, exhaling nose. Eyes are at the third eye. So when our lips are puckered in this way and we're whistling, we are helping to activate this vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is really important when we're talking about reducing anxiety and bettering our mental health overall. There are several things that we do in Kundalini Yoga that are tied to strengthening our vagus nerve. And when we increase what they call the tone of the vagal nerve, then we do a lot better mental health-wise. Cold showers help to strengthen this vagus nerve. Long, deep breathing, meditation, and again, this action of when we're puckering our lips is activating the vagus nerve as well. There are other things that we do that are not tied to yoga that also help strengthen this nerve. Things like laughing, exercising, eating omega-3 fatty foods like fish and avocado and things like that. All of that helps strengthen the vagus nerve as well. And when that vagal nerve is toned, it is tied to our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest nervous system. So it helps us when we have stress to be able to calm that stress down. So it's related to, lowering actually slowing down our heartbeat, lowering our blood pressure. All of those kind of stress things chill out when we have a toned vagus nerve. So we're just going to be here for a couple more minutes, just focusing now on the sound of that whistle breath, focusing the eyes up and in at that third eye point, which is connected to your pituitary gland. Can you be really present by really observing the sound? Keep going here. Long, deep whistle breath. And now just begin thinking. Eyes are still focused at the third eye, but just begin thinking Sat Nam. This is a mantra that means I am truth. I'm going to play this. I have to play it kind of quietly for Facebook reasons. I'm just going to play this in the background, just thinking Sat Nam. Inhale. Suspend your breath. Squeeze up on your root lock. Exhale, release. Pause and notice how you feel. Now coming onto your stomach for Cobra pose. Placing the hands underneath your shoulders, feet are together. Then you can press up into Cobra, keeping your shoulders down away from your ears, head goes up. Or if this is a bit much, you can also come down into Sphinx pose. Elbows on the ground, belly is lifted, head and neck are up. And now we'll do the opposite pattern. So we're inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth with a whistle. So inhale nose, exhale mouth with a whistle, or just a sound if you don't whistle here. Keep focusing your eyes up to the space between your eyebrows. Keep going. Just want to tell you a little bit about this eye focus that we're using as you're here in Cobra. So when we're focusing our eyes up and in, we're activating our pituitary gland. When we move our eyes in that way, it puts pressure, the optic nerve puts pressure on this pituitary gland. And the pituitary gland is tied to the release of a lot of hormones. One that relates to this idea of reducing anxiety is the oxytocin, so the love hormone. It's created by the hypothalamus, but it's secreted and moved through the pituitary gland. So when we have this eye focus, it does several things for us. And one of those things is helping to release that feel-good hormone, which helps lower our stress levels, helps decrease our anxiety, increase our calm. One more minute here in Cobra with this breath pattern. Feel free to come into Sphinx at any time or rest. If you ever need to rest, feel free, just keep the breath going and imagine that you're doing the posture. Keep the head long, neck long in the back. Inhale, suspend the breath, squeeze your root lock, reach up. Exhale, come all the way down, just rest on your belly for a moment. Let your shoulders relax and just notice how you feel. Then rolling over onto your back, bringing your knees into your chest. So you'll hug your knees into your chest, lift your head so that your nose comes up to your knees. Inhale, and then as you exhale, you'll close your mouth and you're saying hung, H-U-N-G, but you're doing it with your mouth closed, so it's a very nasal kind of sound. Keep going. I'm going to get our timer started. So this sounds and maybe feels a little bit strange, but what we're doing here, this is another vagus nerve stimulator. So another thing that stimulates that vagus nerve that reduces anxiety is humming, chanting, singing, and as we know, whistling. All of those things are activating it. As you're here, if you find that your neck is getting tired, feel free to just rest your head down whenever you need to. It can stay down the whole time if you'd like, and just keep that, that pattern going, that hung pattern going. Get a nice vibratory effect here. Keep going. I like to focus my eyes at the tip of my nose on this one. That's activation for the pineal gland. Pineal gland is responsible for secreting melatonin, helps you sleep. It's also associated with higher levels of consciousness. Just about 30 more seconds here. Inhale, suspend your breath, squeeze up on your root lock. Exhale, release. For your release, go ahead and move your legs cross-legged and then just relax down. Hands are out to the side, palms face up. And we'll be here for several minutes, just relaxing on your back. Sorry again for the strange orientation of my phone. Hopefully you can see my body. And if this is really uncomfortable for you, you could try tucking a block here or, you know, whatever you have on hand, a little pillow or sweatshirt or something underneath your knees. So try and find a position where you can just relax and it's just normal breath here on your back for several minutes. And as you just lie here, notice your thoughts, notice the quality of your breath. Notice maybe any shifts that have occurred since we began the practice. And just let yourself soften and relax here. With our palms up, facing toward the ceiling in this gesture of receiving. Maybe there's even a little bit of imagination of a gift being placed on the palms or into the palms of your hands. Whatever it is that you need. And just feel this sacred receptacle of your spirit, this body, this ever-changing, hard-working body. Just feel it soften. Let your shoulder blades relax into the ground. Maybe it would even feel nice to imagine just sort of holding someone's hand or hands. And for a minute, just either feeling or imagine that you can feel that connection to other people. Inhale, suspend your breath. Exhale. Go ahead and release your legs from that cross-legged. Maybe stretch them out a little bit, and then gently come up to a seated position. Coming into easy pose. Now moving into a twist. So placing your fingers on the front of your shoulders, thumbs on the back, lifting your elbows so that your arms are parallel with the ground. Spine is long. Inhale as you twist to the left. Exhale as you twist to the right. Keep going. Let this be a sniff and a snort, so powerful breath. Head stays in line with your spine. Even more breath. What we know is that the breath and the mind are linked. If we want our mind to chill out, we want to feel more calm, we want to feel less anxious, we start with the breath. Come center, inhale. Suspend the breath, squeeze root lock. Exhale, release. We're going to continue this same motion in rock pose. So coming onto the knees, sitting just like this or on a cushion, or moving back into easy pose if your knees don't like that. Elbows up again, inhale, twist left, exhale, right. Connect with your body. Feel your body. Twisting from the center of you, from your core. Inhale, center. Suspend the breath, squeeze root lock. Exhale, release. Pause and observe the way that you feel. Now come down into baby pose. So bringing your forehead to the ground or onto a block. Hands come alongside the body, palms facing up. And just normal breath here. Let your shoulders completely relax. And with our forehead on the ground, we're working again with our pituitary gland. And this pose in general is also just really good for digestion as well as relaxation. Maybe just imagining that someone is giving you a little massage on the back of your neck and across your shoulders, feeling those really soften and release. Letting any emotion, if any is present, just move through you, flow. Gently come up out of this posture. Pause and observe. And then moving on to your back for Shavasana. Lying down. If your low back has trouble relaxing, you can place something underneath your knees here. Maybe a pillow, blanket, or bolster over your belly or body. Palms are out to the side of your body, comfortable distance away with your palms facing up. Maybe for the first little bit here, just going back to that initial breath that we did, that Shushmana central channel breathing. And just imagining the breath moving from several feet below your feet, all the way up through your body, up through your belly, through your heart, through your throat, through your third eye, into the middle of your brain, and then all the way up above your head and all the way back down. And then letting your breathing be completely normal, just relaxing, even sleeping for a moment. And allowing yourself to receive what is being offered. Just allow. Think the word allow and then relax. Just noticing all of the cells in your body opening to receive. Noticing a connection between the center of your brain and your heart. An open pathway. A softening in your belly, a softening in your throat. Just feeling an opening, imagining you can feel a stream of energy moving down through the crown of your head, all the way down, connecting up with your heart, your belly, your root, the base of your spine. Deepen your breath. Thinking aloud once again. Begin wiggling your fingers and toes. Circle your hands on your wrists, your feet on your ankles. Stretch your arms up overhead. Open the arms out to the sides. Draw one knee in to the chest and across your body for a twist. Full body twist, looking out over the opposite hand. And then moving to the opposite side for a twist. rubbing the palms of your hands together and the soles of your feet together, generating heat, activating the nadis, energy channels. Then grasping the front of your shins and rocking and rolling on your spine several times and coming to a seated position. Find a way to elevate yourself again so that you can sit up nice and tall without any effort. And the meditation that we'll do is called Meditation for an Invincible Spirit. It uses a mantra that's a little bit longer. I had it all typed up on this Facebook thing, and then I had some technical problems. So if you're not familiar with this mantra, you may want to look it up on your phone, just for the first few times that you say it. The mantra is Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Morit Wahe Guru. So it sounds a little tricky, but a lot of the words and phrases are repeated and you'll get the hang of it. You don't want to look it up and don't know it. Just pretend like you're saying the words. Just kind of move your mouth and don't worry about it. You'll get the hang of it. So once again, when we're doing this chanting, we're activating all of these upper chakras, which helps us with higher levels of consciousness, as well as activating our pituitary gland and helping us move into that anti-anxiety or calming state. And the other beautiful thing about this mantra, those of you who are familiar with this practice, we say Akal. When someone dies, we chant Akal, Akal. And Akal means deathless or undying. So this chant really means it's about this great deathlessness that we are, the infinite that we are. And when we chant this, what it does is it helps us to summon courage, because it helps us to call on something bigger than us. So if we acknowledge that we are without death and that we are truth, and we hold on to that idea, then we can get through any challenge that we might face. That is the thing that helps pull us through these challenges. And what the yogis talk about when they're referencing this particular mantra is they talk about there's different responses that we can have to great challenges in our life. One of those is to withdraw, to isolate, to kind of curl in. Another one is to deny, and we deny by creating a fantasy, creating a reality that we want and sort of living somewhere else. Another thing that we can do is sort of move into this way of living that's based in scarcity. So there's not enough. We need to gather, grab, collect, hold, because there's a feeling of scarcity. So all of these reactions are normal when we're going through something. But again, if we can sort of reorient ourselves and we can take this courageous path of feeling things, acknowledging our reality, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, allowing ourselves to reach out, and really beyond that, reaching for ourselves, right? Reaching for that part of us that is strong, that is always strong, that is okay. All right. So for this, it's in several parts, but the longest part at the beginning here, you'll take your left hand, place it in Gyan Mudra, and just rest it here on your knee. Your right hand, there's two choices. If you're going to be reading the mantra because it's a little bit hard for you or you're unfamiliar with it, you can have it written down or on your phone and actually just hold it here. It'll be about 12 inches in front of your heart. Or if you know the mantra or you want to just wing it, You can just hold your hand here as if you're holding a paper, sort of angled in front of you. Your eyes will move either down at the words or at the tip of your nose to activate the pineal gland. And we'll be in this position, and then I'll prompt you as we move into the next positions from there. Just because of copyright stuff, I'm just going to sing it for us. Just one moment here. Just getting my timer ready. Okay. Hand is positioned in front of you. Eyes are at the tip of your nose or on the words. Inhale. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Call on your courage. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Listen. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam, Akal Moritho Wahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal Siri Akal Maha Akal Maha Akal Satanam Akal Murata Waheguru Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Hands on the chest, left hand, right hand goes on top. Whisper the mantra. Sat Siri, powerfully. Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sing again. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Last one. Sat Siri Siri Akal, Siri Akal, Maha Akal, Maha Akal, Satanam Akal, Morithawahe Guru. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Exhale, keep your hands at your heart. Imagine yourself standing there, armored, strong, courageous. Feel it. Feel all of us standing together. We We got this. We can do this. Inhale. Exhale. Shake your legs out. Shake out your arms. Back into cross legs. Pause. Observe. Place your hands at your heart. Press your chest into your thumbs. Lift your sternum. Eyes move up and in. Central channel breathing all the way up. Slight root locks, slight neck lock. Up through the crown of the head. Few breaths. Closing with the long time sun song. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Connect with each other, sing with each other, to each other. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Long Sat, short Nam, you are truth. Sat Nam. Two more times. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. May you courageously remember who you are and hold on to that idea, come what may. Sat Nam.